Hey everybody, it's Coach Bronson here. A lot of things have been going on in the past couple of weeks. This is my last update in 3 weeks. The last time we talked, I was changing up my training program. I was getting ready to move my girlfriend into my apartment, and there's a lot of things that have happened. I have stopped tracking. Everything's a mess. But let's find out how my progress is going after 21 weeks of eating no carbs, focusing on protein, and training my butt off at 50 years old. I'm Coach Bronson, and I'm the No Carb Athlete, and we're going to talk about how you can improve your progress eating tons of meat and not eating any vegetables. All right, let's get everybody an update on how things are going with my progress, my lean gains experiment. Again, I don't really call it an experiment. I know it's possible. I've done it before, but we're just documenting the process now. So the goal is to reach 100 goals of skeletal muscle mass without gaining body fat. Okay, not eating carbs, not eating vegetables, just eating meat, eggs, butter, and obviously some coffee. Got to have the coffee because coffee is life. Hold on one second. I'm going to drink this. Okay, so we are just finishing up 5 months. We're into the 6th month now. And I just did my in-body scan this morning. And we're going to talk about what the results are. Then I'll give you an update on kind of how things have been going, what's been going on the last few weeks, because I haven't been tracking. I've been super busy. I've changed up my fitness activities, routine, and everything. So a lot of stuff has changed in the past couple of weeks, about 3 weeks. Basically, the last month has been kind of hectic and all over the place. And let's compare that to what's going on with my progress. So if I look at my in-body scan, all right, so the first scan I did was May 4th this year. I was, my base metabolic rate, my BMR was 1,934. Okay. Right now it is 2012. So it's gone up about 80 points. Okay. 80 calories. My daily caloric burn has gone up 80 calories in 5 months. Okay. My weight was 178.6. It is now 187.8. So I gained overall almost 10 pounds, 9.5 pounds, let's say. Okay, I've gained 9 pounds overall. So that's lean. That's everything. That's muscle, fat, bone, skin. Everything's gotten, that's all of it together. Okay. Skeletal muscle mass. This is what I'm specifically trying to increase. Now, the highest I think I've ever gotten that I've tracked was like 96.3 pounds of skeletal, 96.5, something like that, skeletal muscle mass. I'm trying to get to 100. That's the goal. We're getting to 100 pounds of skeletal muscle. I started this on May 4th, 2022. I was at 91.1 pounds of skeletal muscle. This morning, 95.7. That is the highest number I have seen. It's gone up and down a couple times based on different things going on. If you watch my other videos, you can kind of see how it's changed. That is the highest it's been in this whole 5 months. Okay, so right now I'm currently at the highest body fat percentage I have been in the 9 months that I've been doing this. Now, that's also the highest, that's actually the highest it's been in a year. Okay, because if we look at the total of the last year, this has been 5 months into this test. 7 months before that, I was working with Rob Sykes on doing his protocol, and I was below that. I was around 91 pounds of skeletal muscle mass at the beginning of that process. So I worked with him for 7 months. In those 7 months, I started around 91, 92 pounds of skeletal muscle mass, and I ended around 91, 92 pounds of skeletal muscle mass. My muscle mass maintained throughout those whole 7 months. I never went up. Okay. So a year ago, this May, so May 2021, when I started this whole process, I was at 91 pounds, 92 pounds of skeletal muscle mass. So right now, doing this protocol, high protein, which we'll talk about, high protein, moderate fat, low carbs, zero carbs, less than 10 grams of carbs per day. At 50 years old, I have gotten to the highest amount of muscle mass, almost the highest amount that I've ever tracked. Okay, in the past 8, 10 years, the highest amount that I've ever had, almost. We'll get there probably next time we do a video. My plan and my expectation is next time we do a video, I'll be over 96, hopefully closer to 97 pounds. So I would say so far things are looking pretty good. That's really all I have to say. Body fat mass. So when I started this in May, I was at 19 pounds of body fat. And today I'm at 20.3. Oh my God, I've gained 1.5 pounds of body fat. Now, technically, I'm failing the experiment. Oh my God, I've gained body fat. My goal is to not gain body fat at all, so that when I get to 100 pounds of skeletal muscle mass, I still only have 19 pounds of body fat. That's the goal. Okay, now we're still in the middle. I've still got 4.5 pounds to go. I can easily build that muscle and lose the rest of that fat, that pound and 1.3 pounds if I need to. We'll talk about why I think I gained that. That came up over the past couple of weeks, mostly because I haven't been tracking. I have been definitely eating a lot more eggs, a lot more butter, and my fat has gone up above what my target was. But again, my activity has gone up as well. So when we see that switch of me getting back to hitting my numbers consistently, that number is definitely going to go down. My body fat percentage has gone up 0.2%. So because I've gained lean mass, even though I've gained almost 1.5 pounds of body fat, my overall body fat percentage has basically not changed. So I was at 10.6 in May, and I'm at 10.8 right now. So if we look at that, I would say things are going very, very well. We're looking at almost 1 pound of muscle a month. Number one, that's great progress for somebody who's been training for over 10 years, who's 50 years old. I think that's fantastic. I think everyone, like if you think about that, that's 12 pounds a year. If I could maintain that, that'd be 12 pounds a year of muscle gain. That's really good. So we're getting good muscle gain. The body fat percentage, I'm not worried about the body fat. The body fat percentage is great. It's basically the same body fat percentage I am now as I was 5 months ago. No change. The overall body fat has gone up a little bit. And again, that's because I haven't been tracking. Okay. We've been traveling. I moved we went to Atlanta to get Nat's stuff up and bring it up to the apartment and move all of her stuff out of storage, living with her family basically for the week. And I just kind of said, you know what, I'm going to take a break and do a little mini experiment within the experiment and kind of see if I can maintain where I'm at, even maybe see progress with where I'm going without tracking. So her mom bought all the good meats, the lamb and the filet and all that kind of stuff. So we kind of ate our faces off a little bit the last week, not this week, the week before. But then we had a couple of days of travel, driving a U-Haul truck from Georgia up to Maryland, doing a bunch of things, moving. It took us like 5 days of moving, between moving things into the house, moving things into storage, moving things out of storage, moving things into the truck, all of the different things. So a lot of stuff going on, as well as I've changed my exercise routine. So now it's been 3 weeks. I'm doing BJJ 3 times a week, and I'm only strength training 2 times a week. Okay. And I'm adding in, I may do like an extra day of some bike work where I'm getting some power interval training on an aerobic bike, an air bike. Okay. So that's pretty much it. So I'm not doing the power building stuff that I was doing before, where I was lifting 4, 5, or 6 days a week in different splits. I'm only working 2 days a week now. I'm doing a combination of some hypertrophy and HIIT, high intensity training programming. So I'm getting some max effort, moderate to heavy weight, and doing some progressions and some ladders. I'm not going to get into all the specifics there, but doing max effort work, upper body, lower body, 2 days a week, with BJJ 3 days a week. So my energy expenditure is going to overall increase because BJJ is very energy intensive. and I should see my body fat go down. Even if I kept not tracking as much, just getting the BJJ in 3 days a week should see a decrease in my body fat percentage because it's a much higher intensity level of work than I'm used to doing for the most part, during the week. So yeah, I think things are good. If you have any questions about any of the stuff that I'm doing or talking about here, guys, we're basically talking about, like I said at the beginning, I'm not eating carbs. I haven't eaten vegetables on a regular basis or even intermittently. There may have been in the last 4+ years, there may have been, I could probably count on on 5 fingers. Gosh, I got to finish this coffee. On 5 fingers, how many times I've eaten vegetables. Okay. I don't eat veggies. It's not part of my diet. I eat eggs. I eat whatever meat I decide that I want to eat in a day. It's going to either be pork, lamb, beef, shrimp, some kind of fish. Turkey and chicken are in there. They're not a staple. They're something that I do. Usually we found a couple brands of deli turkey that are really good. Deli turkey, deli chicken. They're clean. They taste really good. I like to wrap those up, have a little bit of mustard, or some mayonnaise. That's one of the only things that I do from a condiment perspective that's not meat, is when I do that. Other than that, I use egg yolks as my condiment for most things because running egg yolks are heaven. So that's how I do it, guys. I eat a lot of meat, eat a lot of eggs. I lift, I do BJJ, and I keep doing it consistently. That's what matters, okay? And I get good sleep. My sleep has been really good. We got curtains. So one of the things we brought from Nat's storage is blackout curtains. So we finally have some blackout curtains. It has made a huge difference in the length of our sleep, how quickly we fall asleep, all of the things about that. So that is excellent. I'm hoping that also kicks in and helps us, or helps me. It's going to help her as well with her things and she's working on, but helps me with building more muscle because sleep is gold when it comes to building muscle. So that's what's going on 6 months. We'll see how things go in a couple of weeks. I'll probably do another update in 3 or 4 weeks. Things are super busy. There's a lot of stuff going on in the next couple months, and I am jammed. So trying to fit these updates in is a little bit more complicated than it used to be, which is a good thing. Being busy is good. That's where I want to be. I like doing stuff with you guys, and I will catch up with you in a few weeks. All right. Thanks for listening.